All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as see the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Well, let's go to the information where we say nine carry me come for this channel as see the hot. Information where we say dey for my table now be say the members of the ESN don't clash with Fulani Herdsman, so they say they clash. No be small thing, but they say the members of the ESN at the end of everything, they ended up chasing the Fulani Herdsmen out of the territory of the Biafrans. Please, the government should try and do something about these Fulani Herdsmen who are taking their cows everywhere. At least let there be a specific place for these people to raise their cow. That is what the US government have been able to achieve. The American government, the UK government, it's not that these people don't have cows. It's not that they don't breed cows or they don't have all these things. But there is a specific place for them. There are farms where these things are being bred and where they are fed. Even though that Nigeria is not yet that civilized, but things can also find their way in this space. Meanwhile, let's go to another information. The same thing is happening in Abuja also. They say heavy protest rocks Abuja highway over herdsmen killing. You see, they think, say the thing say the time where we say that they tell them this thing, they thought that it will only be happening to the Biafrans and Ndigbo. Now, the herdsmen has taken their trouble to the north because they say that whatever you sow is what you will reap. I mean, because if you plan doing something to somebody, just expect that that same thing will equally come back to you as it go. Now, as it happen now, they have taken this nuisance act and this thing they have been doing in other southeastern part of Nigeria to Abuja also. Now, the Abuja people are also suffering the same thing. Okay, let's go down to the information so that you can see waiting they happen, waiting they solve for Abuja. Because the matter wey beside they tell you it is now getting out of hand and everybody is fighting, planning how they can end these herdsmen and their trouble that they are causing in the city. Because this thing is getting out of hand. Is either they kill somebody here or they do another thing there or they do a different thing. They are just taking the whole place. Every place is not supposed to be for farming and the rest of it. Let's go down to that information. They say protests. Benue women mounted a roadblock on Makode/Lafia Abuja Federal Highway on Friday following the killing of 5 people by suspected herders. According to a local who simply identified himself as Sonny, 5 people were killed in separate attacks by suspected herdsmen in 2 communities in Gumu local government area of Benue State. Sonny further confirmed that 3 people were killed Thursday night at Ngbam and another 2 at Iyan. Confirming the report, the security officer of Guma local government, Christopher Waku, said that 5 people were killed by suspected herders. Our women have trooped out to the Makode Abuja Federal Highway since 5 a.m. today. You can hear from the background how they are singing emotional songs and no vehicle coming from either Abuja or Makode can move now. The women are protesting the killing of 5 people yesterday, Thursday night and the morning. 3 people were killed at Ngbam yesterday night and 2 people killed at Iyan this morning. The people have said that they are not going to leave the road until the governor comes and talks to them. And right now on the road, the women are protesting, waiting for the governor. Reverend Father Heighton Ella said Waku. Una don't see as it is sub. Wow. When Mr. Autumn was complaining, they thought he was joking. Federal government need to take stringent measures to avoid this constant killing by the herdsmen. Too much killing on the land. Now, there are too much killing, and somebody is saying that if community fail to cooperatively come out full blast and chase out these cursed foreign mercenaries, they keep tagging herdsmen, then there is no likelihood of an end to the killings, which attracts nothing to the cursed killers. You know, say this thing been dey happen for Mbamba here, and the government is not saying anything. The government of the day has decided to keep mute on this matter. But as no, Agnes Wamma, no ge rucha onye obuna aka, oge rucha everybody aka, oge rucha everybody aka. They say Nigerian army don't establish base for Enugu. Wahala don dey. They say Nigerian Navy to establish operational base in Enugu. The Nigerian Navy says it will establish an operational base in Enugu State to improve the security of lives and property by securing the state coastal areas. The Chief of the Naval Staff, Emmanuel Ogala, disclosed this during a courtesy visit to Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State at Government House, Enugu, on Thursday. Mr. Ogala, a Vice Admiral, commended Mr. Mbah for his bold actions in fighting insecurity in the state since he was sworn in as governor of the state. The Navy chief said he was impressed with the success recorded by the governor within the short period he has been in office. The Nigerian Navy has three primary roles, which are first, the military duties, being the protection of this country's territorial integrity and sovereignty from the marine domain. We have policing role as well as diplomatic roles. We have noticed that within this role of policing duties, we have not really extended our functions to Enugu State, and we want to do that with your support, he said. To this end, we plan to extend our operations to encompass and cover the border spectrum of Enugu State, knowing that the state has a navigable river around Uzo-1, a council area. That river used to be a seaport during the colonial era, and it has been abandoned. We believe that if we are able to police that area, it will give assurance to investors who will now invest in the development of that seaway for the benefits of the people of Enugu, Mr. Ogala said. Well done to Ogala for making that comment, because I think I will agree with you that since the colonial masters left, it looks as if the things happening in Nigeria is now going one-sided, because all the importation and everything now is happening in Lagos State. Meanwhile, there are rivers in the southeastern part of Nigeria where the government can also maximize in order to be doing importation. And if these things are happening this way, I think it will cost the cost of importation, because Lagos State is the only state where things are being imported and cleared, and it is making the cost of duty very high because there are no competition. And you know that when there is no competition in business, the other man thinks that he is monopoly to that information and business, and it makes the cost of things high. Now, the cost of custom duty, clearing of goods in Lagos State is very high, because Lagos State is the only seaport whereby people can carry out such businesses. It's the only seaport. It's the only seaport. The only seaport where people can carry out their clearing of goods. But if the government will be able to extend their hands to the southeastern part of Nigeria, Port Harcourt is there, River Niger is there. This one they are talking about in Uzo-1 is there. Mini cargoes can land there, and people, investors, through the investors can be coming in. I believe that the main reason why people are even doing business in Lagos is that the seaport is there, and the stress of, after clearing your goods, then stress of putting it in the lorry, paying for the business, paying for the custom duty along the way again to bring it back to the south, it is a lot. And when people check all the stress and the rest of them, they say, okay, let's just keep doing our business in Lagos. That's just it. So if aside from that, you see that the kind of development that is in Lagos will also come down to the southeastern part of Nigeria. It will be in Biafra land, and everybody we enjoy the benefits that every other person is enjoying in Nigeria. Let the Igbo governors, the southeastern governors, open their eyes. let them shine their eyes and do something.